Good morning, good afternoon, everybody. Excuse me. Chris Wood here, September 9th, 2022. Today has not been a good day. I had not had any sleep. Reason, my kidneys were being attacked all night long, and my right lung all night long. The whole right side of my head all night long, having fluid going through me, which actually is piss, urine. It's going through my body. It's filling my lungs up. It is fucking my kidneys up. My body has been split. It can be medically proven if I could actually go to a hospital, but I cannot, for the simple reason is, if I try, I will not be taken serious. Reason, I have medical falsified files against me. Compliments of a mental health worker named Stacy and her girlfriend, Dr. Tatiana V, aka Margie V, at Lenox and Annington County General Hospital. She is the one that assures the crimes for her girlfriend. She is the one that assures the crimes for O.P.P to get their victims medically blacklisted and not taken serious, so they all get away with their crimes. I am the victim of brain injury. I am the victim of skull deforming. I am the victim of body mutilation. And it is all being done to me through what is called remote neuromonitoring. I have it on me, and what remote neuromonitoring is actually tech that a lot of people are not aware of, but it is a microchip implant, and it is military and police tech. It is a microchip implant, and what it does, it fucks a person's nervous system. And with the screwed nervous system, it will break down a person's body. It will enable for so-called mind control, because it will actually screw with a person's ability to properly think. This is being done to me, all revenge retaliation for me speaking of police crimes since 2019. It started with me speaking about the human homeless trafficking out of the Morning Star Mission, a place here in town, and the financial schemes that they were going about using, exploiting the homeless for financial gains. And then back in 2019, August of 2019, I was at my previous address, and O.P.P chief went by in a white Jeep Wrangler. He waved at me. When I waved back, a black truck pulled up beside him, and they pointed something and shot it into my ear. I was screwed ever since. That's when I started having the problems. I went to the hospital. I finally got an appointment for a CAT scan, November of that year, of 2019. I went there, and while I was sitting there waiting, Stacy, conveniently, the mental health worker involved, that I walked out on, she was there, casting lies against me, stating that she was there for my anxiety, that I had a bunch of anxiety for getting a CAT scan done, and I had this and that wrong with me, and I was not a patient of hers in any way, shape, or form. And then I go in to get my CAT scan done, but not before she walked right past my mother and another person who was with me at the time while my mother was still alive. I go in to get my CAT scans done, and immediately I'm told that I need medication and I should be doing this and that, and I would not understand CAT scan results and everything else because I wanted copies of them. I was basically medically blacklisted after that. Not satisfied what would happen, I went to Kingston General Hospital. I tried to get help there to find out what was going on. They conveniently got a call the one time stating that I was suicidal, which is certainly not true. I am not suicidal. I was there to try to get help and to try to save my life. But it was a lie cast against me, but because I had long hair and tattoos, it was believed, and because who it come from. So I did not get any help or was taken serious. Another time, they got a phone call stating that I was on drugs. I do not do drugs. I am against drugs, and everybody knows me. And everybody knows me knows I'm against them. I've lost too many friends and family from the junk, and I myself, at one point in time, actually overdosed from them. So I am totally 100% against drugs in every way, shape, and form. And I've had lies cast against me stating I'm a self-harmer. I am no self-harmer, and all of those lies need to be proven by the ones that they were casted by to get away with this to help buy time. There's been lies against me stating a long history, psychological history, being in and out of institutions, mental institutions, having long history, criminal records, and all this and that, and none of it is true in any way, shape, or form. Never been in my entire life. And those lies need to be proven by the ones who cast them to get away with this to help buy time, so I would not be taken serious. I've been medically blacklisted, medical treatment refusals, medical discrimination. I've had abuses from doctors, Dr. Tatiana V, Dr. Joy Hadley, Dr. McGregor, Dr. Barton, Dr. Pritchard. Discriminated against by Dr. Ambimbola, Dr. Sue, Dr. Fardell, and triage nurse Terry, triage nurse Tanya, a blonde-haired woman, and triage nurse David, and Paladin Security. They are all involved with Spencer Mills, O.P.P. 14716, Staff Sergeants Shannon Cork, Robert Kane, Robert Lucas, ex-chief, Stacy, mental health worker once again, and Shelley Hafner or Huffner. They are human traffickers, human sex trade slavery traffickers. They are guilty of injuring and torturing. They're guilty of having my mother murdered, stalked, and murdered back in 2020 through William Wooldridge and Blair Hardy, who is co-offenders and bosses to O.P.P cops and doctors. 3 years of going through this and not being believed about what has taken place with me and being injured in the meantime. I'm pretty much on my last little bit of Chris is what is left from being mentally injured, knowing that I cannot go to a hospital, knowing I will not be taken serious, knowing that I will not have anything done because the doctors here in hospital who are involved, they have crimes to keep covered up, so they are not going to prison. They had me arrested for so-called harassment for wanting them arrested and charged for the crimes that they are guilty of. So they did that to deflect against me and also to give me a record, to get my prints, my pictures, and everything else that they needed for this identity theft against me and brain fuck, which is being done through the R&M from being broadcasted through by a bunch of co-offenders, inmates, sex offender junkies who were human sex trade slavery traffickers. William Wooldridge, the most wanted for this. He is an inmate sex offender of 149 Center Street North. He believes that he is me. He believes that he is Harry Potter. He also believes that he is my dad. We are not related in any way, shape, or form. He is highly delusional, highly psychotic. He's in a permanent mass psychosis, and he is a serial killing piece of shit, and O.P.P will not touch him because he owns them, along with Tyler Lake, along with Javen Alstein, along with a guy named Ray, a guy here that has a white pit bull that's deaf, his roommate Sam, a Hope Mills, a homeless woman named Michelle, a homeless guy named Mike, Destiny Larrabee, Crystal Larrabee, another guy that lives with him, he's kind of a fat guy. There's another guy, he's scruffy, he's homeless, he drives around on a BMX bike, has meth scabs all over his face, and he is friends with Tyler Lake, most likely hanging out at 34 Water Street. There's also Bert Hustler and Maggie Falls, who conveniently live with Robert Can Fuck Can Kill Can Get Away With It Money Badge Family Town Council. So, anyway, my skull has been seriously deformed, my brain has been completely numbed, and I pretty much no longer feel my own true consciousness from being injured, and there is nothing I can do about this. My body is being fucked on me, my brain and my head are being seriously fucked on me. I have William Wooldridge's prisoner tracking on me, plus the R&M, so I read as him. This enables also for them to have 24/7 invasive surveillance on me. I've not had a bit of privacy in 3 years. They see me piss, shit, shave, shower, everything. Everything I do, they see. Everything I hear, they hear through this. So, and this is how they human traffic. This is how the sex slavery trafficking is being done with the children. This enables the pedophiles to actually invasively spy on children while they're naked, adults while they're naked, to mentally manipulate and fuck them up. And this is how O.P.P are framing people. This is how O.P.P and the cops and everyone else are trying to make people look like they're crazy while they're not, through the public's eyes, and hoping that a person might go crazy because they're being seriously injured and manipulated through this tech bullshit. So, anyway, I better wrap this up. Chris Wood here. I just want to say that if you like this content, hit that like button, share, and definitely share. It helps get that out there, because I am a identity theft victim. I am an attempted murder victim. I am a human trafficking victim of O.P.P, Lennox and Annington County Provincial Police. The doctors and hospital here are involved, and their inmate co-offenders. Be safe, everybody. Congratulations, you piece of shit. I'm the last of my bloodline. You did it, O.P.P. You fucking goose.